for your foot. To another subject. This is something that, I saw this. I tried to refrain from saying much about it, but I've been seeing a lot about Caitlin Clark and, Kennedy Carter, the hard foul. Everyone's making a big deal out of this. And is they treating Caitlin Clark too rough? They started off to a bad, 0-something season, right? So everybody's like, oh. Let me tell y'all something. There is a difference between college and the professional ranks. People don't want to admit it. People don't want to acknowledge it sometimes. But the truth is the truth. There's levels to this. Why do you think somebody like Christian Laettner, after having a fantastic college career, comes in and struggles? Why do you think that happens? Why do you think, JJ Redick, that, all of a sudden we act like JJ Redick is just a phenomenal NBA player. Y'all forget that Doc Rivers saved his career on the Clippers. He was bouncing around team to team, being a marginal player until Doc Rivers resurrected his career. And by the way, that's who we was even considering to make head coach. Come on, I got a podcast, make me a head coach. If that's all it takes, come on now. Head coach of the Lakers? I know I'm going off subject. I didn't want to touch on this, but, we got to touch on this because they're probably going to announce Dan Harley. Hopefully, they announce Don Harley as the head coach because this JJ Redick nonsense. But my point is, just because you're a pretty good college player doesn't mean that you're going to transition to become a great NBA player or WNBA player, like in this case with Caitlin Clark. Getting back to the subject. Now, I've had friends make comments and this and that, but this is what people don't realize. And I'm gonna say the big elephant in the room. This is a white girl that when she starts getting roughed up, all of a sudden, y'all notice that there's a physicalness in basketball. Oh my God, look how physical it is. Oh my God, that is a physical foul. Oh my God, she should be kicked out the league. Shut your mouth up. Y'all act like basketball is not physical? Come on. Oh, so it's okay if that was a black girl that got her face smacked up, y'all would be like, bravo. Oh, that's a very strong play. Way to show aggression. Oh, because it's a pretty white girl that, she can't be touched? Come on. This is what, you got to take away from basketball itself.
I'm going to tell you something, though, Jason. Angel Reese is a Baltimore, Maryland native. She's had some of this stuff happen before. She's going to be fine. She's tough. She'll be able to overcome this. And Alyssa Thomas, a veteran, is trying to send the rookie a message.
And now we're going to get word.
Look, I'm a basketball lover, okay? Caitlin Clark has changed the game. She's a phenomenal three-point specialist. You feel me? She can shoot that rock like Steph. She makes me want to watch a game because every time she puts it up, I'm like, is it going in? Is it going in? But come on now. We're just going to make her the greatest player in the world? Come on. She's going into the professional ranks. Y'all set her up for failure. What do you think those veterans that's been sitting around that got mortgages to pay? There's levels to this. You don't want no snotty-nosed kid coming in and trying to run the league. Yeah, you're going to check him. You're going to give him a hard foul. It's just what it is. It's a hard foul. Now, to tell you the truth, her teammates got to protect her. You got to ride and die with your teammate. See, I might not even like my teammate. We might not even get along after we get off the court. But while we're on the court, if you touch that mug, man, we finna have problems. You know why? Because I need him to win. That's what your teammates got to do for you, Caitlin Clark. And I respect Caitlin Clark. I respect her. She, you can see a little clip where she talks about it, like, hey, I'm glad to be on here and doing this. And I'm just trying to learn and do my part and, adjust to being in the league. That's what she's supposed to do. The people that got to protect her, you got to get an enforcer. When Jordan came into the league, they roughed Jordan up because he came in there slamming, dunking, shooting, with his own shoes. They were, man, of course they were not happy. They roughed him up. They threw him to the ground. The Detroit Pistons let him have it. Y'all forgot? It's sports. Caitlin Clark will be okay. She's got to learn to, stop turning the ball over and make quicker decisions. This is little things that you learn as a pro. Like in college, you're playing against kids. People that's going to go home and eat top ramen noodles and apple juice or whatever. These grown women go home and have a glass of wine and probably get down and do what they do. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this is life. These are adults. They're going to go home and work out, lift some weights. They're going to go home and do what professionals do, get their body ready because they know they got somebody coming in trying to take their job. They're not going to let you run around and be all pretty with it. They're going to chin check. In fact, they're going to, man, I've had people like this, why are you standing around? Somebody just come and knock you down. It happens. We from the old school of basketball. Oh, they got cameras all over the place now. Now they go back and review. In the game, when you got away with something in the game, it was it when I played. You go home, thank God I got away with that. Because look to the left, look to the right. The referee's not looking. Give the man an elbow. You give him an elbow. Bah! Right to their mouth. Boom. They don't know what happened. That was basketball, rough and tough. I know we cleaned it up. I know, yeah. I don't understand. That's why when I watch these, non-basketball ever touched a basketball in their life, non-athletic people running their mouth on social media about how soft the 90s were, how these guys are more physical. Man, you can't even touch a player these days. When you brought the ball up in the 90s and 80s, you had somebody's hand on your hip trying to change the direction which you dribbled. You never see Magic trying to guide, Magic hitting somebody's hand off like this when you're trying to bring the ball up, let alone trying to run your offense. You trying to move, somebody, boom, gets in your way, bumps you. They can't even, man, they just let you, I feel like they bullfighting when I watch basketball these days. Ole, ole, just letting everybody walk into the lane. I remember if you made a layup in a playoff and the other team didn't knock you to the floor, they come out of the game. Coach, come sit next to me. That's how it was. Basketball is rough and tough, y'all. That's my point. This is not golf. This is not some sport. It's not tennis where you tell everybody, shh, be quiet. We're about to make a play. It's loud. It's rough. It's tough. Sometimes you get one to the mouth. That's what it is. You shake it off. And you try to get them back. But you know what I'm talking about, but that's just what it is. So, man, if y'all want to grow the women game, let the women play. Let them play basketball like it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be rough and tough. Don't be on here social media trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho. Ain't nobody trying to be saved. Excuse my language. I'm not calling nobody a hoe. I'm just saying that I'm making a song reference. Don't be trying to Captain Save them. Ain't nobody needs saving. They got this. They've actually grown their game where people want to watch. We don't need y'all, acting a fool. I saw some crazy man or something, show up at their hotel room. Man, I wish them girls would mace your ass. Man, run up on that girl, on no girl. Let them, pull out mace and spray you in your eye. Trying to run up on a woman for what? Because you don't like the way she filed. Come on now. That girl's a basketball player. Let her get down. Diane Taurasi was in the league blowing it up, putting it down every night. Come on. Don't try to make this something more than it is. Let the girls play. Enough of that. This is Real Talk with Kingsley. Hit that like button, subscribe. And if you don't, just what it is. My opinion is still my opinion.
Pay attention to Caitlin is be aware there's been some controversy and conversation over the last few days about everything that happened in the Chicago game. Curious how much you pay attention to that, if at all, and what your thoughts are, what your take on that is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not on social media, so I don't see a lot of it, but you would be surprised. Like, I still have my TV on in my house, and like I'm watching sports, like, you're still aware of it and you still see it. but other than that, like, my focus is basketball. Sometimes it stinks how much, the conversation is outside of basketball and not the product on the floor and the amazing players that are on the floor and how good they are for their teams and how great this season has been for women's basketball, going from college basketball to now the WNBA. Some of the crowds are, unprecedented and had never been seen before. The viewership's amazing. But yeah, I mean, I try to block it out. I don't have social media on my phone. Like, I don't go on it. I don't see a lot of it, but I don't really think it's that different from, when I was in college. Like, everybody's going to have their opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. That's just what it is. And I think you just got to be focused on what's in your locker room, what's in your organization, how your teammates feel, how your coaches feel. And for me, like, that's my focus. But also, like, I have a job to do at the same time. So, that's where my focus remains.
I can't leave without saying something about the Lakers. The sweepstakes to land the next head coach. Hopefully, this revolving door that we've got going on over there, hopefully comes to an end. Because as long as we got this madness every year, is he staying, is he leaving? We're going to trade half the roster for this and that. You're not going to win championships until you start investing in the future, the youth. Let's get draft picks. Let's work. It's not about just chasing championship, like dismantling everything. Every year you dismantle everything. You can't build nothing if you starting over every year. Come on. What happened to building something? I don't mind getting a piece here and there, but let's build. Some people are going to look at this as a negative attack on LeBron James, but no, this is a negative attack on the Lakers for losing their championship moral. Your compass is off. You need to get back to reality. You're losing Laker fans. I'm checked out. I'm checking out already. It's like a hotel. I'm at the front door already checked out, trying to turn in my key. What's the last straw? Let's get back to winning decisions. This is Real Talk with Kingsley. I know it's one man's opinion. If you like it or love it, the King's still going to give you his. Habla, hit the like button. Subscribe. If you don't, leave a comment anyways. I like to hear from you. Till next time.